Welcome back, my dear students. As we are studying IC engines, the theoretical part we have studied, some numericals will come, that problems will come in this chapter. But that numericals are very easy numericals. Just we should know that equation and how to input the parameters in that equations and what unit has to input and calculations and giving the output. Very simple numericals are available in this. We will see how to make some performance calculations for this IC engines. Some very elementary things we will study here. Mainly how to study this one now. Before to study this, so as we know, this is the cylinder here, and in this there will be the piston. So inlet valve is there, exhaust valve is there, and in case of petrol engine, spark plug is also there. And the crankcase, in case of the two-stroke, it will be crankcase here. And there will be the crank here now, that crankshaft here now, and here it is a connecting rod, and it is a crank here. It is a rotating. So this is that how the line sketch of the IC engine here. So what is happening here now? How to understand it? What is the input to this IC engine? Input to this IC engine is the, in case of petrol engine, petrol, diesel engine, diesel. So one thing we have to understand here, if we burn 1 liter petrol, if we burn 1 liter diesel, are we getting the same amount of the heat energy? No. Because the petrol, if we burn 1 liter of the petrol, we are getting the more amount of the heat than the burning of 1 liter of the diesel. So therefore, in case of the petrol engine or a diesel engine, what kind of energy we are inputting, that has to see first here. So how to calculate this energy input here? So first one, the calculation of, that is energy input here. Energy input is, so what is this energy input here in this case? Energy input, as I have told, it depends on the type of the fluid, type of the fuel. Petrol, different energy. Diesel, different energy for the same quantity. Kerosene, like that, it is different. Coal, it is different here. So therefore, each fuel has its own one value, that is called as the calorific value here. CV, that is called as the C into V. It is called as the calorific value. Calorific here now, value here now. So calorific value means what? Calorific value, it is measured usually in terms of kilojoule per kg. Kilojoule per kg. Kilojoule means it is the measurement of the heat here, heat energy. Per kg means what? Per 1 kg, how much heat it can release. It is more for the petrol, it is less for the diesel. Compare these two here. So therefore, this is kilojoule per kg is the calorific value of the fuel. For the diesel, this calorific value usually, it is of for the diesel here now 44,000 kilojoule per kg here. For the petrol, it will be more than this, 46,000. Sometimes diesel also it is a 42,000 here now. It is depends on that density and specific gravity. So different variety of the diesels are available here. But it is in the range of 40,000 to 43,000, 44,000, maximum 43,000 kilojoule per kg for the diesel here. Up to 46,500 for the petrol here. It is a calorific value. Calorific value, the unit of this calorific value is kilojoule per kg here. Into energy input. So per unit time, how much we are inputting to the engine through this? How much per time? Per second, how much that petrol we are inputting to the engine, it matters. So per second, if you are inputting more petrol, more amount of the energy, less petrol, less amount of the energy will be developed. So therefore, that is called as the mass flow rate here now. That is called as a mass flow rate here now. That is called as a mass flow rate. Mass flow rate means it is kg per second, means how much kg per second we are inputting, that is called as the mass flow rate here in this case. So this is, that means what here now, the energy input here now. So this kg will get cancelled. What is we are energy input to that, what we are getting here now? We are getting kilojoule per second here. Kilojoule per second is what here now? It is a kilowatt here now. This is the amount of power or energy we are inputting here now. So sometimes it is for the liquid here now. For the gas kind of fuels, gasoline engines, LPG cylinders, in that cases, it is not the kilojoule per kg here now. It is kilojoule per meter cube here now. In terms of volume per meter cube, how much heat it can generate here now. In that cases, not volume flow rate, not this mass flow rate, the volume flow rate will be taken, Q will be taken. That Q is meter cube per second here now. Once again this meter cube will get cancelled, the answer will come kg per second only here now. So therefore, this energy input calculation is very, very important here in this case. Whether we are taking for the gas in terms of meter cube per second or kilojoule per meter cube, or else you can take in terms of the kilojoule per kg or a kg per second here. This is the calculation of energy input, that is CV into mass flow rate or a volume flow rate. It depends on the kilojoule per meter cube, then volume flow rate has to take meter cube per second. If it is kilojoule per kg, then mass flow rate has to take, that is in kg per second here in this case. This is what energy input, first one. It is very, very important here. So once it is energy is inputted in the cylinder here, to the cylinder, what is next here now? Next what is happening? So the burning of the fuel will be takes place here now. After that the thermal energy means heat will be released. Then once that heat will be released here now inside this cylinder, the power after that combustion reaction, the heat energy will be released. That is called as the indicated energy, means indicated power. That is the power which will be developed in the cylinder after burning of the fuel here now. That is called as the indicated power here now. That is indicated power, it is within the cylinder here now. So that is called the IP here now. IP is what? Indicated power. Indicated, that is power here now. How this indicated power has to calculate? So to calculate this indicated power, there will be a one formula. That formula has to use here in this case here now. That is I here. I means number of cylinders. If the more number of cylinders are connected here, so then definitely more power will be developed. Where I is the number of cylinders into this PM here now. PM is mean effective pressure. It is what here now? It is the pressure statistically applied on the surface of the piston here. So that is statistically taken here now, because we cannot measure it inside the engine because very high temperature and continuous process there. So therefore it is called the mean effective pressure here now. Then L as you know, it is a stroke length. It is the distance between the TDC and BDC here now. And into A here, into N here. A means it is the cross sectional area of the piston or a cylinder. It is area. A is equal to, it is a 5 by 4 into D square here, where D is what? D is the diameter of the piston or a bore diameter, what we call. L is a stroke here now. And what is this N? N is, it is the RPM of the crank here. RPM of the crank, that revolution per minute. RPM means it is the revolution per minute here now. It is called as the RPM here in this case. So what we need here now, so unit conversion. So we need this unit in place of RPM, we need a RPS. revolution per second we need. So therefore, how to convert this revolution per minute to revolution per second? Divided by 60 here now. So therefore, what I will do here now, if I take this divided by 60, then this total, this will be converted into, this is a RPS here now. RPS means revolution per second here now. So now this is the formula for the calculation of this indicated power in the cylinder here now. So is it differs for the 2-stroke and 4-stroke? Yes, definitely it differs here now. For 4-stroke here, for 4-stroke, the one we have to take care here now. This n value is there here. N is equal to n by 2 has to take. Here for 4-stroke, this IP is equal to, it is I into PM into LAN divided by 60 into 2. For 4-stroke we have to take divided by 2. Why? The question is here now, in case of the 4-stroke, after 2 revolution of the crank, only 1 power stroke, as we have studied already. So therefore, we have to take for the 4-stroke, it is n by 2 has to be taken here now. So it is correct. Then next one is for 2-stroke here now, same. So for 2-stroke, it is for the 2-stroke only. For 2-stroke here, for 2-stroke here, for 2-stroke, n is equal to n only. Same equation. This is for the 2-stroke here. 2-stroke, n is equal to n. Because why? Because for 1 revolution of the crank, we are getting 1 power stroke. That's why n is equal to n here. So here, in case of the 4-stroke, n is equal to n by 2. Because for the 2 revolution of the crank, 1 power stroke will be taking place here in this case. And the next one question is coming with this PM here now. This is what here now? The PM is a mean effective pressure. It can be found experimentally here now. That is a mean effective pressure can be found by experimentally here now. That is a mean effective pressure can be found experimentally. What is the equation for finding the experimentally here now? It is K A divided by D here now, where K is what? K is the spring constant here now. Spring constant here. Spring constant is what? It is in terms of bar per meter. What is bar here now? Bar is the pressure unit. Pressure unit, 1 bar is equal to here 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. This is the unit conversion here in this case. This is the spring constant here now, bar per meter. And what is this area A? A is the area of indicated diagram. Area of indicated diagram, it is usually in meter square. In meter square here now. What is B here now? B is the width of the indicated diagram. That is also in meter here now. So therefore, at the last we are getting the unit here now, Newton per meter square. If we are converting bar into Newton per meter square here now. This is the how that PM is taken, where I is the number of cylinders and next one is a PM is the mean effective pressure, how we can calculate, or else sometimes it will be given directly, but we how to convert whatever the unit, bar or whatever the unit it is there, it has to be converted into Newton per meter square here now. And L is the stroke length, it is in meter, we have to convert it. A is the approximately pi by 4 into d square as I have told. And n is equal to n by 2 for 4-stroke and n is equal to n for the 2-stroke. Where capital N is the RPM, revolution per minute. So divided by 60 is taken here now to convert RPM to RPS, revolution per second. Next, another one that power we will study in the next video lecture. So under some parameters we will study in the next video lecture. Now, thank you very much.